So today we're in the town of Puglia de Sanabria, which is quite close to the famous Lake Sanabria, just on the river inlet to it. It's beautiful, beautiful old town. Quite a lot of services, a lovely municipal campsite, which is very reasonable, very quiet this time of year, as is most of Spain, to be honest. So yeah, we found a post office to send some postcards back and other services that we need, so we're quite happy. We'll have another little jaunt around later on when things have livened up a bit, because everything's a bit shut at the moment and quiet. So you come to Spain's equivalent of Whitby and Robin Bay, and in true Yorkshire fashion, it just absolutely sheds it down. Still, a lovely little place, and we've managed to find some umbrellas to settle under, because everything's closed. Anyway, got to look on the bright side. We're on the northern coast of Spain now, and it was a lovely drive over, and hopefully this is just a little passing shower. Hopefully. So we thought we'd just round off today with a bit of a
kind of a reminder of how, when you're doing van life, what starts off sometimes as a day when everything seems to be going wrong, and then it ends up as a beautiful day.
So last night we couldn't find anywhere to park up, and we ended up in a field. There were other campers. It was all right.
It was nice. It was a little walk to a gorgeous beach.
Yeah, secluded beach. But as we found in Spain, they like the dangerous dogs. I mean, not always dangerous. It was a great day last night, lolloping around.
To Toby.
Ran up to the van. Would have swallowed our little dog whole. So
and
anyway,
you jumped in yourself, didn't you, straight after?
Yeah. So we stayed in a field near a beach, which was nice. No facilities, no water even though it said toilets and things. So that's the ups and downs of it. There's Toby's just jumped back in, bless him. And then we drove. Well, a few things went wrong after that.
We were a bit kind of fed up at first when we looked at the weather forecast of this kind of coastline, because it's just going to rain for the next few days.
Yeah.
So that kind of put things on a bit of a downer, and we had to kind of rethink us plans about where we were going to go next.
Yeah, so we knew that we had today, and it was going to be 19 degrees, as it's turned out to be such a glorious day. And we're on a campsite here. I'll put the name just down there. And it's lovely, and there's views of the sea all around us, and yeah, it's just really nice. So this has probably got to be the best washing up point thank you Bernie, we've ever. Look at that. So on this campsite, that's what you see when you're washing up.
If you're tall enough.
If you're tall enough, yeah. Ignore that noise of birds. Flip-flop squeaking. Showers. All in all, this wasn't a bad little find really on this campsite. So we've stayed on the campsite and we've had some lovely food and we've drawn breath. Sometimes you just got to stop and evaluate.
But this morning, what happened was, you got up and took Toby out for a little morning pee, and then as soon as we packed the bed up, he was just underneath in his bed, and as soon as I lifted the bed up to pack everything away, I just saw this huge tick.
You can see it
It
now.
was like a third eye.
Like something from Star Wars, wasn't it?
Yeah, which was just like, oh God, no. So neither of us had any experience of removing ticks, and I just the thought of it just made me feel sick. So after a few YouTube clips,
We removed it with a fork. We basically...
not like with a fork.
No, just got it between the two prongs of the fork and it kind of came out head and all because it was still crawling. So tomorrow it is going to rain. We're in northern Spain. Highly recommend it. It's absolutely, on a day like this, it's gorgeous. It's so green and lush and hilly and the beaches are amazing. But the weather, because it's so far west, at this time of year the weather's still quite temperamental, and if you've come here for warmth and sunshine and not rain, which we have, then it's not going to work for us tomorrow because it's going to be about 16 degrees and it's going to rain all day. So we're heading back into mainland Spain, somewhere close to Valladolid, after a recommendation from Park for Night people on the Facebook group. Thank you for that. It's just another quick point on all of this driving and the ups and downs of being in a country intentionally without a plan is your over-reliance on Google Maps and Google generally, I think. Google's such a wonderful thing, isn't it? And we get so reliant on it. But Google Maps has really let us down several times, and maybe we shouldn't be using that. Maybe we should invest in a proper sat-nav system, because today we were both on Google Maps. We both had the same end point, which we got off of...
You got yours off Park.
Mine was off Park for Night, yours was off Google, searching for this campsite, and there were 8 minutes difference. So mine said you have arrived and we were just in the middle of a bloody field, and Bernie's took us on. As it happened, that campsite was closed anyway, there was no one around and it looked great. So we've ended up here,
Nice as this one.
which is nice, which you're probably not going to get a campsite tour of because
It's quite busy.
it's quite busy now.
But the second thing we haven't said that went wrong after the tick
Oh, yeah.
incident, the coffee pots broke.
Yeah, we've lost a seal.
That's what you really don't want.
We've lost a seal off the coffee pot, so it doesn't seal, so it doesn't make the it's just a stovetop coffee pot.
And make coffee.
And we've not really, without going into a town, we've been to a couple of supermarkets and they don't sell them. You know, you've got to go to a town. It's not like just having everything at Tesco in Spain, or so it seems, certainly not in northern Spain. So I've bought some coffee filters and I've tried to improvise today, which went all right. It went all over the sink in the van. So we'll try again tomorrow, and then we will buy another coffee pot.
Or some instant.
Also,
Which
no,
we
we
don't
don't
want to
want to do that. Okay, so we'll take you with us towards, again, back towards central Spain, and hopefully we're going to try and do a vineyard. Okay. All right, adios.
Adios.
Join us next time as we find an amazing free park up on a working vineyard in Bordeaux and discover more fantastic medieval towns in France.